back. This is my review on the Wolverine. Hugh Jackman stars as Wolverine in his standalone film from the other X-Men. My little review, I would say I liked it. I liked the story. I liked the action sequences. I liked the end credit scene. What I didn't like, I did not like the love story between Wolverine and I forgot the girl's name. My bad. It just didn't feel right. Anyways, the story is about the Wolverine after X-Men 3, still getting over the loss of Jean, and he's having nightmares about her. And in World War II, he saved a guy's life after the atomic bombing, and now he wants to repay him because he's dying, and he is granting him he could be mortal. Now, the thing about it was, I liked it, and I'm really psyched for Days of Future Past, but like the love story was just ugh. Like I didn't want that. I wanted Wolverine fighting and him getting over the loss of Jean. But I mean, yeah, the love story to help him getting over the loss of Jean. But I don't know. But and also there wasn't that much mutants. There was like two, two or three if you want to include Wolverine, which I wasn't really. I was like, I mean, yeah, I know it's a standalone Wolverine, but he's got to have some more, like maybe just some more, mutants to help him out, but not like an X-Men sort of thing. Um, it was also interesting to have the ninjas. Ninjas were interesting in there, but I mean the action sequences were amazing. I liked them fighting on the train, the funeral. It was great. Now, Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, is perfect. Like, no one can play Wolverine as great as him. Like, I can't even think of anybody. Just throughout 2000 and now, he was. He started off in X-Men, and that's when you knew he is the Wolverine. You were like, oh, I hope in the second one they maybe change it. No, he was perfect. And he has since been every single uh, X-Men movie. He was in a little cameo in the First Class, but he's just amazing, and I can't wait to see him in Days of Future Past. I don't want to really go into the other characters as much. They were great, but this was a Wolverine movie. It's him trying to get over his love of Jean, and throughout the movie he had his rechargeable, like his healing powers just vanished and gone, taken away when he drank that like tea. Yeah, it's been a week since I saw this. But he he was not immortal anymore. So if he got shot, he felt the pain, which he probably never had felt. And it was interesting to show him just actually feeling pain and knowing he could die. I mean, if you didn't know about Days of Future Past was coming, you were like, this could be the it for Wolverine. And he also experienced getting surgery by a vet. But they showed the love scene when they were at the safe house, which I'm like, okay, if he would just did her to do her, I mean, I would understand it because Wolverine's a badass like that. But he felt for her, which I was like, well, but she also was engaged to, names escape me, But the guy who played, who's the Arrow, who not the Arrow in the show, but the Archer, and they were gonna get married, but her grandfather or his dad, I don't remember, said no. Now, the reason why they all want to kill the granddaughter of the CEO or the guy who Wolverine saved and wants to give him his powers of and wants to take away his powers of immortal. But the thing is, they want to kill her is because she will become the new CEO, and her fiance or husband now wants to be the CEO. So he says, if I marry her and kill her, I will become the new CEO because we're married. And that I understood. But this is also, there's like 3 stories going on in this movie. There's that one, there's Wolverine trying to be mortal, and then there's him getting over Jean. I could fit with the ones about the Wolverine. I didn't really need the CEO need to become, you know, again, I just want a Wolverine movie. Just him. I know we had to save her. And that was like, oh man, now he's got to help her. I'm like, well, can we just have, like, him trying to fight? Trying to go, or, like, look for someone that could get him his powers. But I also thinking, well, what if he just doesn't want it? Maybe he just wants to be immortal. Like, but then he finds himself, he's like, yes, I want to be, immortal. It's what his right is doing. He wants to save people. He probably has to look back to the X-Men for that one, because what have you done? What has he done? And saving people's lives. The third act, everyone says, was kind of booky, which I agree. I mean, the giant samurai, that was just, it was a good, the action was good, but why are we fighting him? Why? But the Viper, that was like pretty much the only really mutant you could say, because the other one mutant, I forgot her name. She saw the power like in the future, but you didn't even see it. She was just like, "Oh, I saw what's gonna happen." I was like, "Well, maybe we should see it." Like when she was talking about Wolverine and what he is going to do, I'm like, "Well, can you really show the dream of what Wolverine will happen to Wolverine?" Or, but it was just I want more mutants, just like side mutants, not like they come together and fight giant samurai. No, I don't. I want Wolverine to fight him, but the other one just to be there. Maybe to fight the ninjas. I don't know, but that again, that would be kind of bad for a movie. Anyways, what were they gonna talk about now? It was something about. Oh yeah. Now, when the I don't know if I want to say this spoilers, but I guess you could say spoilers. When Wolverine, yeah, spoilers. When Wolverine takes out the thing in the heart, you know, he is back. Has his powers of healing. He will never die because he's immortal. No, yeah, immortal. And like the one samurai, I think it's the dad of the girl Wolverine trying to save. I'm not sure. Is trying to kill Wolverine. You just saw him take out that out of his heart and form, like, you're not gonna kill him. If you saw that happen, I don't think you, out of all people, will kill him. I don't think any. So I was like, well, why are you even trying after that? But anyways, I want to get to the end, so this is just spoilers for the rest. Maybe stop a minute or like a minute or 30 seconds after to hear my final thoughts on it. But let's see. He he gets his claws, his animanium. Sorry, I can't say it. His claws just cut off by the samurai, and I'm like, oh, like he can't reform, he can't regenerate that, and cutting off the other ones. So he has bone claws now. I heard these were in the comics. I don't read I don't read Wolverine X-Men comics. I read the Avengers and Captain America and Iron Man comics. I'm not that big of a Wolverine comic fan, but I hear he has, in the comics, bone claws. I'm like, bone claws. Like, how are these? I mean, it's disgusting, sort of a thing. How are you just what? Like bone claws? Really? But anyways, um, they end up inside the giant samurai is the guy Wolverine saved in the bombing. And that's the only way he's living is through the giant robot. And his granddaughter, who is going to be the new CEO, gets the claws of Wolverine that were cut off and kills him with that. Kills her grandfather. And she said, "Oh, I buried my grandfather. And you're not the real one." But I was like, maybe Wolverine should have killed. I mean, it would be interesting because he saved him in the beginning, which I was like, okay, I don't like when somebody like a second like not a main character, like I want the Wolverine or Iron Man or something to kill the bad guy. It's just more, just better. Like in Iron Man 3 when Peppers killed Killian, I was like, really? I mean, I know she has the powers of regenerating her skin, but Iron Man should have. It's an Iron Man film. But anyways, I'm getting to Iron Man's different places. But it was interesting. Now it ends off with they're going on a plane and they're like, "Where do you want to go?" And Wolverine's like, "Oh, I'll wherever it takes me." Which I was like, "Well, where's he gonna go? Maybe they should have a little thing where he's gonna go." But the end credit scene was perfect, beautiful. I loved it. It was Wolverine going in the airport, going through the metal detectors, and of course, metal detectors are going off. And the show commercial for Stark Industries, which you're getting. This is, I'm like, oh great, yes, this is perfect. Getting ready for Days of Future Past. I'm excited now. And then the metal starts to go off in the room. All the metal's flying up, and Magneto is behind him. I'm like, oh yes, Magneto, but he's not trying to kill him. Like he's not trying to fight him. He says, "We need your help." And then Professor X rolls in, stops time, and rolls in, saying, "We need you," which I can't wait for Days of Future Past. I will be there first day, maybe even midnight, just to see this. Just it'll be perfect. It's gonna be First Class X-Men and X-Men from the original trilogy, and it'll fit in all together. Now my final thoughts on the Wolverine. I liked it. If I had to give it, give it out of a 7 or an 8, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. And you know what? Maybe I would give it a B minus, because it was good, but I didn't think it was the best movie of the year. Right now I think Man of Steel is best comic book movie this year. I mean, I still got to see Kick-Ass 2 and Thor. I mean, Iron Man 3, if it just stuck with the Mandarin, that would have been the best movie of this year. But you know what? If if you want to see any reviews of any old movies, just comment below. Subscribe, please. It's just subscribe button. What's that gonna do? Hurt you? No. Subscribe, and I will be my next review. I don't know if I want to do Pacific Rim because I saw Pacific Rim, but I didn't. I don't know if I want to review it. I will be doing Kick-Ass next, so stay tuned for that. I will see it the first day. And you know what? Subscribe, comment, like. Thank you very much for listening. You guys are the best. And watch my videos next time. Thank you.